All right, so now we are on Haven. I liked this episode. I really disliked the awful bullshit misogynist mother-in-law bickering crap. I thought that was terrible, and everyone involved with that should be ashamed of themselves. Especially Gene Roddenberry's wife. Really bad. Really bad acting, really bad writing. And quite frankly, it's a concept that Star Trek should be above. But they're not. The enjoyable aspects of the episode were with Troy and Riker's character work and a bigger explanation of how they knew each other and their background together. So in this episode, the Enterprise is going to a planet called Haven, where quite accidentally, Troy encounters her mother and the man she is supposed to marry in an arranged wedding. But this man, who was a great guy, Wyatt's pretty inoffensive. I don't know. He's not exciting, but he's not the worst, I guess. So, he has been seeing visions of some woman. He's had drawings of her. And he thinks that his destiny is on Haven. And he eventually resigns himself to believing that marrying Troy is his destiny. Which it is not. His destiny comes in the form of a ship coming towards Haven, which is filled with a race who I keep wanting to call the Tyroleans, but that can't possibly be right. But they're infected with a plague, and if they touch down in Haven, they will make Haven a plague-filled, horrific hellscape. So, because the Enterprise has its prime directive of protect everybody, they don't blow the ship out of the sky, and they find out that the woman Wyatt has been drawing is on this ship. Wyatt, who is a doctor, decides to join them, and they fly off to solve their disease crisis, while Troy just sort of looks crestfallen. But also happy. She didn't want to get married. She was doing it for her mother and for tradition. But being rejected is never easy. And I think this show struggles a lot with gender roles and ways in which it tries to transcend and fulfill them. Mother-in-law is a total awful. Troy's mother is a stereotype. That could have come out of any shitty Adam Sandler, movie from the last few years. It's really, really bad writing. But I think Troy's struggle with her place on the ship and her place as a half alien, half human, she doesn't fit fully into either one of those worlds. And if she doesn't want to get married, where does that place her in a continuum of femininity? If she doesn't want to get married, or if she feels relief at not getting married, what does that mean about her? She gets constant reinforcement that she's beautiful, and she knows that she's smart, but she can't have Riker because his ambitions get in the way of their caring for each other. And she just hasn't felt that way for anyone since Riker. So there's that, but it's also a mark of the feminine to want to get married and to have a mate for life. or to have that bond with someone. So what does it mean for her as a woman if that's not what she wants? Or not something that she's willing to pursue at this time in her life? I think that's a question that a lot of women ask themselves. And hopefully we'll get to explore it more with Troy in the future.